Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dinosaur Island. Here we see Sentry walking around during the nighttime. Sentry has wandered into the rock desert to look for some food. Now, if you've watched the last episode, you remember that we found out that Sentry has some PTSD and anxiety disorder diagnosis. It's now diagnosed, and we actually found out what happened to him. In the very early months of his childhood, he wandered into the southern area of the island with his father and mother. His father and mother had tried to take down a Spinosaurus, and the Spinosaurus had killed them right in front of his eyes. Sentry ran away and was being hunted by that Spino for months, and he ended up having to live by himself, and he was orphaned for his entire childhood life. He now feels angry at the world and feels like everyone is trying to hunt him, even his potential allies. And actually, something we haven't told you about these dinosaurs is that Dr. May Turner, a notorious and now famous scientist, had chipped every dinosaur on this island, and now those chips are compatible with their brains. We now know what they can feel, such as feeling happy, sad, scared, angry. We can tell all of their emotions from a computer. Sentry feels he has no luck until, all the way over by this tree, there's a lone Gallimimus that had gotten separated from the herd. As the Gallimimus tries to call out to its herd, Sentry, all the way in the rock desert, hears it. He goes charging after it. He tackled the Gallimimus onto this tree and then starts to bite down. Sentry chows down, with the Gallimimus still being alive. Before he's about to kill it, he hears a somewhat familiar roar, distracting him. As Sentry turns over, he sees Striker. Sentry approaches him and roars. Sentry wants to attack, but ends up roaring and then wandering off, even leaving the half-dead Gallimimus. It seems that Sentry knew Striker and did not want to attack, which means he viewed Striker as a friend or a good aspect in his life. Striker wanders off. Meanwhile, we see Thea, the Therizinosaurus, running from something. She runs through this tree line, being severely distressed and frantic. As she gets out, she trips over. She runs over to these fallen trees. It seems that she is in distress, and it seems that she's chipped her ungule, which means she got into a battle, a very fierce one, and something happened to her ally buddy, the Ankylosaurus, that made her absolutely distressed. We looked into it and looked through security camera footage, and he ended up being crushed by a fierce predator. We don't know what it was, as the frame completely masked the animal. Thea is sad, in distress, and angry. Those two roars you just heard were calls. She was calling for Buddy, and there is no response. Buddy has died. Thea races off. Back in the rock desert, nearby the Pine Valley, we see our friend, Dune. As we said in the checkup episode, unlike Mono and Carney, Terry and Dune don't really hang out and live with each other. They mainly just work together in battles and check on each other. Dune is gnawing at these leaves and looking for something to fully eat until he hears scuffling. He ends up running into Dune, tripping him and tripping her. She roars, roaring at Dune. Dune, never seen this animal before, doesn't know what to do. Thea, even though Dune didn't do anything, is trying to pick a fight. She's still angry and bloodlusted. She's mad and wanting to kill something in return for her ally dying. Thea scratches at Dune, making him fall. Dune gets up, ramming her and pushing her over. Then, he tries to bite down onto her neck. Due to her long arms, she pushes him over and stabs him. She took down Dune with one swift stab. He's still alive as he stands up, shaking, still trying to fight back. Dune ended up hitting her with his spiky tail whip, and then she pushes his tail over and jumps on him. She has him down. She starts to peck and scratch at his face. She still has Dune lying on the ground. She's about to stab him until she hears something. It's Penny, acting happy and peaceful, letting out calm roars. It catches Thea off guard for a second. But something we all have to know by now is, when there's a Penny, there's a Terry. He pushes her over, dragging her across the concrete. Thea kicks him. Penny jumps on her back, trying to bite and scratch at her, while Terry gets up, grabbing her neck and throwing her. Grabbing her chest again, and then he lifts her up. Thea has been thrown. Instead of fighting back, she gets up and runs off. Terry, Dune, and Penny all wander off. They all go back to their designated homes. Now, this usually is where the episode ends, but we are going to show you the security camera footage we found of that predator killing Buddy. So, thank you for watching this episode of Dinosaur Island. We'll see you all next time.